right, Brad, this was kind of a must-win game. Red Deer's kind of hot coming in. What did it take tonight to get the W?
Yeah, just some playoff details, playoff compete. And I think we got it for 60 minutes tonight. I think guys were really dialed in. They obviously knew what the standings were and, the playoff implications of the game. And we had some guys really step up tonight.
Yeah, a guy in Matty Granich, he's got the offensive side to him. Hasn't scored a ton this year, but what did you see from him getting a couple goals tonight?
Yeah, I thought Matt, made some great reads. He's obviously going to be that defenseman at the size he is. He does a really good job for us back there. I thought today the times he did jump into play on the goals especially were just really good reads. Not hoping something the puck would slide over to him. And I think he definitely got rewarded for it, and he's been really close in a lot of other games. Tonight he just found the back of the net.
Red Deer's always a tough team to play against. It seemed like it was a little bit chippy out there. How were you guys able to kind of stay away from that stuff and not get into penalty trouble?
Well, it's something we talked about, the start of the game was being able to control our emotions, stay disciplined in all facets. And, when you get into these games, there's always going to be some stuff after the whistle, pushing and shoving, and it's just, can you take a shot and walk away? And something we talked about before the game, that we're not going to give them extra power plays or extra opportunities to get chances to score. It was all about the 2 points tonight, and some guys took some shots and walked away.
Obviously, like Chris said, you're a bit of a must-win, a couple big points there, but how do you build on this? Like, I know you're going to enjoy this one, but then tomorrow, you put yourself back into the playoffs while you obviously want to stay there and continue to build. How do you kind of get into that string of putting together games?
Yeah, it's a great question. Haven't been able to do that much this year. For us, I think it's just about believing in our group. The group has settled down. We know exactly who we have for the rest of the year, and this has been the first time in, my tenure as a head coach that we got, the same amount of 20 players that we expect to be playing all the time. And so I think it's going to help us for the continuity. Now it's just about us, and the players especially, how much they want to win. And, we got to play a certain way to win, and there's a certain style to play to win. We all want to play, beautiful hockey and run and gun. But when your teams are built that way, you got to play to a certain identity and a style. And I think for us, when we do stick to that, I think we're really tough to beat.
You kind of talked a little bit there about continuity and getting through the trade deadline yesterday and all that, and knowing who you're going to have, who you're going to be able to play. I feel like one guy we're always talking about has been Merrick Schlenker. Another solid game, I thought, tonight. Some big saves down the stretch. Just what can you say about having him back there and what you're kind of expecting going forward from him?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of exactly what the performance we see. It's kind of an off night for him when he's not, giving us a chance to win. And I think that's the biggest thing he's been doing. He's been, giving us a chance to win. He, I think he had a couple big timely saves tonight that kept momentum on our side. And, the start of the game, they could have had 1 or 2 goals, but he held us in there until we kind of got cooking a little bit.
Like I've mentioned, the trade deadline is coming past, and it always seems like there's a little bit of weight off guys' shoulders. They can play maybe a little more free and easy. Did you kind of get that sense here in the last day or so?
Yeah, I think that, there's lots of questions going into it. What are we doing, as far as our organization? But, from the onset of the season, we've wanted to make the playoffs, to take a step in the right directions. There's not many teams that go, 11th to 1st, and obviously I'd like to be in that situation, but that's not reality. Reality is we haven't been very good for the last 2 years. We need to take a step, and us playing some meaningful games, the players are getting those experience in playing these types of hockey games, because after the trade deadline, it hasn't always been like that for the last 2 years. It's kind of like just get to the end of the season, and I think it's important that these guys start to get that hunger of playing winning hockey, understand what it takes to play winning hockey, because like I said, it's a chippy game. There's lots of emotions that go into it, and you got to be able to channel your emotions and channel your mental fortitude in the right way.
Well, Maddox getting back into the swing of things with the Pats here. It was a huge game. Obviously, two big points on the line. And what did you see from your team tonight to get that W?
Yeah, I thought we were actually really solid. Good in all 3 periods, and eventually got the win. So I thought our defensive game was very good today, and also potted a few. So it was good.
For yourself, bouncing back and forth, how's it gone for you? And you go from the Circle K down to here to against a tough team in Red here. How has that transition been?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously not the result we wanted at the tournament in Calgary, but fun to be back with the boys and the Pats. And I thought it was a good game. The morale was pretty good today, so it's always good.
Did you maybe get a little bit sense of relaxation from the team now that trade deadline's passed? Obviously, you're not going to get traded, but like other guys seem, there's always that kind of heightened, things that are guys that may get traded. Did it seem like it was a little more calm today?
Yeah, it was more calm. I thought, this is our team now, so guys kind of settled in and kind of relaxed into their role, and I thought, everyone played a pretty good game tonight.
You had an assist tonight on Liam's goal. So you could maybe walk me through what you saw on that play and how that ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah, I was kind of just hovering above the pile, and then the puck squirted loose. So kind of just saw him going to the net and made a pass, and he finished it off.
And we talked to Brad just before you came in here. He was talking about stacking wins. You guys haven't necessarily been able to do that as much as you would have liked so far this year. Quick turnaround tomorrow, Brandon. What's kind of the mindset going into that one, and how do you kind of just build off this?
Huge to get a win tonight. Obviously, heading into the weekend against Brandon. Those are big 2 points on the line for us. I think, in the standings where we are, it's big this next game for us, and we just need a hot start and, continue it all the way through.